that point which I made. Okay, so this same 1.5 and 1.2 I came down. I'll come down at this point as well, 1.2. Okay, so I can successfully remove this and cut directly at that 1.2. So I will make a notch to know where my bust point is, so that when I'm fixing my wording, when I'm gluing my wording, I will know where each point stops. Okay, like I notched already on my fabric. So I will take this. So this one now, this one is quite tricky. Okay, you know where you made this point and also where you made this other point. This is where this one will stop, and this will be your underbust. So you can actually go ahead and cut this part out so it can look identical. Okay, so you don't have, so you can cut to this part as well, then you stop there, and you can take this one out and make a curve, like a bra. Okay, I'm using my pencil, so I'm making a curve like a bra here. Okay, then this other one will be to my underbust. So it's looking like a cup. By the time you're done sewing this, it's looking like a cup. So I can still place this one back so I can notch my bust point like I did for the other one. So this is where my bust point would be. Okay, so I'll just quickly make a notch here at my bust point. So I'm cutting this for both fabric and lining. Okay, so I know this is my bust point and I know this is my bust point, so they will be together, and I will glue them to my fabric with the help of the glue on this part. So how do you know the glue part? The glue part has a bit of shiny effect, but if you still cannot locate it, this part is smooth, it's not hard on the skin, why the glue part is very hard on the skin if you feel it. Okay, so with the help of my hot iron, I'll take the glue part, this is the glue part, and I'll place it on that notch point which I did, and just glue it with my iron. It will glue directly on my fabric. Okay, so I will cut 2 pieces of this each, because I'll be using one for my fabric and using one for my lining, because I said it was too soft. It was too soft for me. So if you still want this center part to still look like this, some people still do it that way, but I like to do mine this way. So I said if you still want it to look like this, you can just make a curve. You know, this is your bust point, right? And locate the midpoint of this part and make that same curve from here to here, from here to here. So I'll just leave mine to be on the center fold like that. So let's quickly do that and get on to the next. So guys, I'm done gluing. You can see the effect. So on all the pieces, like I said, this is okay guys, so I'm done drawing all my pieces, ironing as well. So I've ironed this, but I'm yet to mold the bustier. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's ironed. Okay, but I'm yet to mold it. Okay, then I will show us how to mold as well. So before that, at the underbust, I notched it after sewing. Okay, to allow that part to lay very well whenever the person wears it. So I will just steam it down with my iron. I'm opening up the seam while I iron. I will do the same for this as well, this seam as well, with the help of my steam. Then I'll get my bust ball. This is just lots of unused clothes stuffed inside. I use as my bust ball, as my bust ham. So I will locate the part that is more protrude, that would add more, bustiness to my fabric. Then I will just put it on it at the bust point. You can see this is the notch part, which is the bust point. I will open up my seam and I'll iron all through, both front and the back. I will iron all through. So I will do that with my steel iron. By the time I'm done ironing this, I will now mold my bust with the help of my hair steel. I'll mold it so it looks like we caged it, and it's also looking like there's a wrap up inside. These are the steps I take whenever I'm making bustier. If you're not an advanced student or an intermediate student, you will not get this. So you might get it, but they say practice makes perfect. But this is what I do when it comes to my bust. So I will do this for this other side, and I'll come back to molding my bust. So I'm done ironing. Okay, so this is what it's looking like without the molding. So what I do for my molding is I'll just fold my bust, my pieces together. So after which I've done that, okay, that should meet each other, please, so you can know what you're doing. Accuracy, please. Oh, so I will just measure what I have from the midpoint. We should overlap this other, the last seam, which is 5. Okay. I'll measure from top as well by 8.5. So I'll cut a stay of 5-inch width by 8.5. So I'm going to mold on each side, 2 pieces here, 2 pieces here. You understand? 5. Okay, so I'll go with this. I'll just measure 8.5. Okay, she's quite busty. That's why her underbust is almost up to 8.5. So I'll cut on that line. I'll cut this out just for sample purposes, and I'll do the rest off camera. Okay, so with this now, I've gotten my 5 inches by 8.5. I might want to locate the middle of this. It's really not important. I will just eyeball if I was just doing this off camera. I'll just eyeball. Then I'll form a curve from here all the way, just like I did cutting that bustier. Okay. The end of the day, by the time I'm done molding. So let me quickly show us how to mold one part. So I'll bring my bust part. I'll just let me just quickly match this out so I will know when I'm closing my seam. I will know when my bust point is. Okay. So I'll take one piece of my molding stuff. Okay. And I'll place it on top of that last seam, like I said before. And you should be hitting your bust, your under bust. Okay. And this other part, I'll take it and I'll start molding. And you'll see the effect at the end of this step. So always look for that part that has the protruding side of your bust hand. That can give you that effect you want. Okay. So I'm doing this 4 times on one side. That's 2 here, 2 here. Okay. So I'll take the other piece and overlap it on this one on the other side of the seam. Same thing, same process. We mold. This is called the molding process. So with this, I don't need a cup form. I don't usually use cups for my bustier. I have never. I think I've done once, but it doesn't give me the effect this one is giving. Okay. I will do the same again in each other. Then maybe on the lining I will just do it once. If I'm done making these processes with my warding and all that, my customers actually wear their bustier without bras. They wear it without bras, and I've never gotten any complaint like my boobs are falling off or any other thing like that. So I'll quickly do the other parts of camera, both on the lining and the fabric, and I'll show us the effect it starts giving you. And I hope this is helpful to someone out there. I'm just ironing the front part. Okay, so you'll get to see the effect of this molding. So this is the effect of the molding we did. So this is the molding. Okay, so this is the effect. You can see the way it's popping up on its own, even without a cup. There's no cup. This is the lining as well. Okay, this is the lining, the way it's popping up without a cup or anything. Well boosted up.